Tandem they both were in so many of our living rooms for so long, especially on this special day. So amazing. Miss them both.
All right, so now the Giants will take over. Dallas went down the field, set up for a field goal. And you mentioned in the open, here's Drew Lock. Look, he's started plenty of games before, but I don't know that he's got to start before when they told him 24 hours ago that he's starting.
Well, it happens, and I'll say this, it's probably not the favorite thing in the world for a backup quarterback, but you never know as a backup quarterback when your number is going to be called. They could have started DeVito today, and if he wasn't injured, and be out on the first play. So as a backup quarterback, you're always in tune with what's going on offensively. They brought him here for a reason. He's got a lot of tools. He's got certainly a great arm. Just want to see how well he protects the football today.
Here they're going to run it to Devin Singletary. That's a pretty good start for Singletary up to the 34-yard line. And so Locke obviously will be at the helm for the Giants today. We'll see a little bit of both running backs, Singletary and Tyrone Tracy. The thing about the Giants is, I know the record isn't great, but they have some really explosive rookies who I know you like.
Great skill players. The running backs are talented. Tracy out of the backfield. I know he's not in there right now, but they got a good group of receivers, a solid tight end. Just really been struggling a little bit offensive line and that quarterback from turning that ball over. So those are the things that they want to play well. They got to tighten up today.
With the run again, nice little hole there for Singletary, but it closes up quick. But he pushes it forward, and he's got a first down. Great effort from Devin Singletary, and that'll move the chains for New York. Good start against this Dallas defense, which, quite honestly, Tom, they've had a really tough year. I'm told last week they had some nice plays last week, got some pressure. And look, part of that is they've had some big injuries this year, right? That all folds in, but feels like maybe they're starting to get a little more of a hang and play better in Mike Zimmer's system in his first year here.
Yeah, when Micah Parsons is out there, this defense is way better, obviously.
Here's Neighbors getting the touch early. Neighbors is taken down quickly after a gain of 2 as Deron Bland, who is back for Dallas his second game for missing all the year with a foot injury. Yeah,
Micah Parsons right there. He's the one that makes it all go, and he had that high ankle sprain coming off last season, as many pressures as anyone in the league. I mean, there's as many superlatives as you can throw at a defensive player as you can, and Micah Parsons is the reason why he's, again, attacks the quarterback. He's got this incredible effort, and when he's rushing the quarterback, he just gives everybody an opportunity in the secondary to touch the ball because he's so dynamic.
Speaking of touching the ball, here is Tracy, that rookie running back you talked about, his first touch, and he's got a 9-yard run on first down. As Brian Dable in his third year for the Giants, head coach, obviously this is not the season the way he wants it to go, but trying to at least finish on a high note here. Talked about Tracy. He leads all rookie rushers in the NFL. He's been really good. Fumbling has been an issue for him, though. 3rd and 1, and he's in there for the Giants. Locke is stymied. He's not going to get there. I can't believe the gobble call didn't work. Did you hear him?
Well, that might have been their audible to the sneak, the gobble. It usually works on this day. But that middle of the defense, it's been an issue, so they're going for it. They got all 4 bodies inside there, and look at Overshown going over the top. That was a game we played as a kid, over the top, and you run and you try to jump over the top of all the kids on the ground.
Yeah, did that game have Linval Joseph in it?
No, it didn't. He's a little bit bigger than most of the guys I was with when I was a kid.
That's what I thought. So a timeout on the field. We have Overshown, who got hurt on that play. They tend to him. Giants for it at midfield. Overshown walked off for Dallas, who showed you him getting hurt. He appears to be okay. So let's see what the Giants do here with this 4th down.
Well, there could be a run to the outside here.
It is a run. They go inside. Tracy bounces it off and goes left and gets enough for the first down. Good hard running from the rookie. And the drive continues for the Giants.
Tracy does a good job here bouncing out. Bland's actually unblocked. He's got a chance to step up there, but he just couldn't find Tracy. And actually good run defense there in the middle. Neighbors just getting foot stepped on. Wearing those little Mamba cleats. Hard to miss.
Yeah.
It's pretty popular right now, KB.
Hopefully he's okay, and he is. He remains in there. Overshown back in the game for Dallas. So that's good news there. Here's Locke looking to throw. Moving, throwing on the wrong. Good throw and catch. Neighbors caught it and then shoved out of bounds immediately. And it looks like he's just fine if we're getting stepped on. And Tom, I know when you're talking about the Giants, one of their keys, you want to see them feed him all game long.
Well, he's your most dynamic player, and they drafted him in the top 10 overall this year in the draft for a reason. He's so explosive, gets in and out of his breaks, just a powerful route runner. When I see him run routes and he sticks his foot in the ground, when he changes direction, there's an explosiveness to what he does that just makes him almost impossible to cover man-to-man.
He had no targets in the first half last week. He told you about it after the game, and he's got 2 catches already on this opening drive. Here is Singletary, who is wrapped up in the backfield. Osa Odigizua, a couple games with a concussion, so he is getting the ball just plenty. 3rd down, they'll run it again, and that's going to be enough to move the chains. It's Singletary that time. So this opening drive by the Giants, a lot of nice things, a couple conversions, and they look good to start here.
And when you have Drew Lock in the game, part of the thought is we don't want to put everything on the quarterback today. They're always, quarterbacks are the focal point of every offense, but how do you take a little pressure off the quarterback? You got to run the ball. We've seen that from Dable, handing the ball to Singletary. There's DeVito on the sideline, who we thought he was actually going to be the quarterback. But it's Locke instead. But running the ball early in the game has been really important. That also sets up a lot of play-action passes that are always in this Brian Dable offense.
Here is Locke going to sling it out there. 3rd catch already for Neighbors. Get some blocks out front. And Neighbors out to the 30. You think about the Giants and where they are. They're 2-9, right? But it is hard to win when you don't have a lead. And they haven't had a lead since October. That's hard to believe, that gravity. By the way, conversely, the Lions have the most lead in the NFL minutes at 330 minutes. The Giants 0 in that time.
Well, that is a brutal statistic, first of all. You always feel like you're playing from behind. Nobody on offense wants to feel like, but you got to do something about it. At the end of the day, you got to go. You stop turning the ball over, stop fumbling the ball, make good decisions at quarterback, get the ball in the end zone, and play with the lead.
Here's Locke. Quick throw. Neighbors had to spin around for that one and couldn't haul it in. Blitz coming. Locke in trouble. Steps away. He can run. Locke going to pick up the first and more. Gets a block. Locke racing the pylon. Drew Locke is. Where are they going to mark him? Drew Locke, is he in? He is. Touchdown, Giants. Wow.
Right.
In?
Oh.
Yep.
Kick the pylon. Wow.
Take a look at Drew Locke take it off.
Yeah.
Obviously, he can run. He got a great block from Darius Slayton, and he kicked that pylon in. Mike Pereira's with us. Mike, that good enough for you? What do you think of the call there?
Well, I think they got to take a close look at this, because the toe, the heel's on the ground, the toe's in the air, touches the pylon. That does not put you out of bounds. Mm-hmm. You're still in bounds at that point. So when they're still looking now, they're trying to find that spot of where was the ball when that foot landed out of bounds. Did it break the plane?
So right there is okay, and then the ball though in his right hand.
Under review.
Running back Tracy on the blitzing linebacker shoves him over to Schmitz. And if you want to earn the respect of your coaches and the players on your team, you got to be a good blitz pickup protector. That earns him a lot of stripes in a locker room.
Meanwhile, they ruled Locke was out at the 1 upon review, so they changed the call. Doesn't matter. They give it to Tracy, up and in, and the Giants have a first drive touchdown for the first time since week 2, and they've got a lead for the first time since early October.
The Giants are leading?
They are.
Wow.
You know why we put up that graphic, and then the announcer Jenks comes into play and then bang. So a great opening drive, and Tracy caps it off.
Yeah, and the Cowboys defensive line, instructing Joseph there, pushing Schmitz, but just not enough. You get down there to the half-yard line, and just loving how that line finishes in the end zone. Huge touchdown early, and a great way to answer going on the road in Thanksgiving. Awesome to see from the Giants offense.
Extra point by Gano is up and good. So a 13-play drive. They converted a 4th and 1 and some good hard runs, and then his 28-yard run. They initially ruled it a touchdown, but instead they put him out of the 1, and then Tracy punches it home for a 7-3 lead, and Brian Daboll has not had much to celebrate, but you know what? That's going to feel pretty good.
That feels good when you've had 2 wins this year and you've struggled and everyone's coming down on you. But he's a very tough, determined coach. I worked with him a lot. The Patriots had a lot of experience, and he cares a lot about winning. He cares a lot about getting his guys football. So love to see him fired up. That's what you got to bring, man. You got to bring the juice. You got to bring the energy every single day to pro football.
Just kicked that out of the end zone. He might do that all day to avoid Turpin returning one, and he does it again. And you know what has had no juice? Ironically, the Cowboys at home. They were Thanksgiving. They'll get it for the second time with Rico Dowdle.
Here we go.
As the back, and he will get it. Left side, and not much into that Giants line. And Dexter Lawrence, who is just terrific. 2-time Pro Bowler. He has been great. He's got 9 sacks. That's the most of any defensive tackle in the league. And you talk about the Giants and you say, oh, you look at the record, okay. He is a sensational player and has been now for the last few years.
He's a monster of a man. He reminds me of a combination of Vince Wilfork and Richard Seymour together. Hall of Famer and Richard Seymour, too. He's just an absolute freak of a man.
Here we go.
Here's Rush to throw. Get it over the middle. He's got Schoonmaker, the tight end, who is stacked up. Looked like just short of a first down, so it might be a 3rd and half a yard.
When you play those great players like Dexter Lawrence, even when guys would get beat by a guy like Dexter Lawrence, one of my linemen, I would still be pumping them up like, good job, good job. They'd be like, dude, he just sacked you. And I was like, it's all right, next play, next play. And I never wanted to like pile on because they already don't have a lot of confidence playing against a guy like that. So much of this is important to keep your guys motivated when they go against these superstars.
C.D. Lamb in the backfield on a 3rd and 1. They're going to give it instead to Elliott, who lined up as the fullback, and he's got the first down. All right, so after how many hits did that change? After like the 3rd or 4th time, we're like, okay, not a good job anymore.
Well, there's sometimes where I looked at the offensive lineman's eyes, and they were looking at me like, Tommy, I can't block this guy.
And hang on, we have an injured player, and it's Tyler Guyton, the left tackle. So the rookie for the Cowboys down after that first down run. Injury timeout. Back to Arlington in a moment. Off. Chuma Edoga is replaced him. He started 6 games on the left side last year. First action of this year. And now Dallas' drive continues with Dowdle off that left side. He's got a few yards there. Aaron, the Cowboys coming off a nice win. See if they can build on it. Now hang on a second. There's multiple flags pushing and shoving. Dexter Lawrence involved with Edoga there. And they'll have to clean this all up. So Brad Rogers is sorting that out. Hang on, Aaron. I promise we'll get to you. Why don't we'll let Brad Rogers tell us, and then I want to hear what you have to say about
After
Dallas.
the play, personal foul, face mask, defense, number 71. 15-yard penalty, the down counts. It will be 2nd down.
EA, it's all yours. 71 on offense, not defense. And it moves Dallas back to a 2nd and 21. But you're right, you wouldn't think the Cowboys need much motivation. Still trying to keep their season alive here. Long way to go. Dowdle breaks free. Rico Dowdle busting it up all the way for a first down. Big run by Rico Dowdle to pick up a first, and he's got 22.
You hear Cooper Rush yelling, kill, kill, and he's killing it to a draw. He saw a too-high defense. They have 6 for 6 in the blocking game, and there's Dowdle right through the defense. Those are get-back-on-track plays, ones you want to call to get half the distance. They got the full distance.
Meanwhile, there's another injured player trying to see who it is. I think it's Cordell Flott, the cornerback for the.
có cho bạn anh đấy em bây xì xào lên không biết người dân soạn cái nhớ mình nói để không có cái giao nam đó và cái tin tư để cảm ngay cái bài chữ mới nhớ đâu mình làm vậy rồi sao
tao đang đi tác nghiệp đây có thấy là tao đang đi tác nghiệp đây nè tao đang đi tác nghiệp đây